this because I know it's been out for a while, but it's like now more artists are using it. What do you think about artificial intelligence for collaboration? The voice recognition part.
If it's as long as it's, no, as long as it's not somebody else, you're not using somebody else's voice. Well,
Mm-hmm.
you can kind of tweak you can use your own voice and then kind of tweak it or whatever to make it sound like whatever. I'm for that part. But using somebody else's voice and them not getting paid for it, that's kind of like sampling, right? Everybody gets paid. You gotta clear samples and all that stuff.
There's no laws about it right now, so it's like
Right.
it's being pioneered, and it's like
Yeah.
again the music world is being turned over again, and
Right.
everybody has to adjust. What do you think the rules should be?
I think the rules should be it's just like sampling. You gotta clear it. You gotta clear it with whatever the artist you're trying to use their voice. It got to be clear by them. You know what I mean? I think it should be treated just like sampling. If they don't clear it, can't use it. If they clear it, then they get paid for it. Everybody move on. Everybody's happy. You know what I mean?
Well,
But
one of the things that they're saying is that they feel like once this advanced, because it's advancing quickly, that record labels will not need as many artists anymore because they will be able to create their own. What you
mm,
think about that?
now that's interesting. I haven't heard that yet, but that's kind of interesting. But the thing about it is, what are you going to do? What are you going to do when it comes to live shows and stuff?
They
If you're
just
trying to create your own,
they look. They don't they have shows now with holograms of Michael Jackson?
yeah. So is it going to become a hologram type of industry? Is that's the thing.
We
So
don't know.
it, right, right. But if it became that, then I think it would kill music in a whole on a whole. I think
Okay.
if you don't have live performances, you're gonna kill music on a whole. People
Did
love
did
going to shows.
did music die during COVID?
No, it did not. No, but everybody knew COVID would end sometime, right? That wasn't something that people thought was just gonna last forever. People was gonna get their life back, right? So you take you take live performances away, something that's been around for centuries. So you take that away. What you got? What you know? I think that personally, I think that would start to kill music. Artists wouldn't want to just who wants to just perform. I mean, just go in the studio. Now, being in the studio is great and it's fun, but hitting that stage is where you thrive. That's the rush in it. You know what I
But
mean? Being out there in front of this audience.
that's what the person feels. The record label don't care about how you feel.
But see, the artists don't need record labels no more.
Not no more.
Not no more. So if you're saying that, you're talking about just the record labels as
I'm
far as
talking.
their
I'm
artists
talking
go.
about using all of it. When I said that, I said they
Uh,
were having discussions about how record labels could create their own artists now.
uh,
I
uh,
mean, you never know; they might Milli Vanilli them.
true. But once that gets out, now who's gonna go? That just like
Who
Milli
gon'
Vanilli.
who gonna
Who
tell
who
it?
go, who's gonna go see him? Who's
Who
gonna
gonna
tell it?
tell it?
It'll eventually come out.
Okay, well, they'll make their money till it do.
Well, that's true. But I'm saying that's true. But I'm saying it will start the process, in my opinion, to killing music on the whole, especially you take out the live performances.
So you think that AI should not be allowed in music?
Only if the artist is profiting off of it.
I mean, but what about the auto tune and they have programs now where you don't have to carry around big amps and all that kind of stuff. You can just
Well,
so
that's
so so when is it too much?
I'm personally one of these artists. Personally, I hate auto tune. Personally, me personally. Now,
Hmm.
to each his own. You know what I mean? They love it. Cool. It sounds good in some music. I probably would never use it. Not me personally. So, but I think that kind of who knows if it hurt music or if it helped it. It took the originality out of music. Wrong,
I don't
but
know, but they're gearing up for an advancement in artificial intelligence in the music industry, and
oh yeah,
they
oh yeah.
are trying to get laws together and what's going to be legal and what's going to be illegal. And I think that's going to be for artists that is serious about it and going to be on that level because, like I was telling another person in another interview, you still have to be computer literate. You still
Mm-hmm.
have to be able to understand programs. You still have to be able
Mm-hmm.
to do all those things. So if you're not there yet, then
Mm-hmm.
I think that the artificial intelligence is going to be for, I would say, the midpoint between the actual gatekeeper and the masses. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right, right.
So I
No,
think
well.
go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say we'll see how it turns out. You know what I mean?
I'm excited about it. I
Yeah.
love to see. Look, as Neo say in the Matrix, what's going to happen in the machine world.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
But you told me that you were signed to Def Jam in 1991, or you left Def Jam in 1991. Which one was it?
No, no, I signed to them in '91.
Okay, when did you leave Def Jam?
Oh wow. That was like around '98. Yeah.
98.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how many projects have you released independently since then? And the reason why I asked you that question is because technology has advanced every year to make it easier. So I want you to tell me how many projects you released, and over the years, how did technology make it easier for those releases?
I've released oh wow wow, I don't know, probably maybe 30 singles. I've just released singles, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've
Okay.
released another album since then, but just singles. Because
Mm-hmm.
nowadays it's a single driven market nowadays, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as far as making it easier, technology nowadays, because you can just upload your stuff on the computer, you know, to all and sign the distro kid, CD baby, and all that stuff, and they put it on the platforms for you, right? Versus back in the day, you had to be on a major, pretty much, you know what I mean, or you had to get out there, sell CDs out your trunk, travel all over the place. It was a grind back then, which I happen to love. Happen to love that back then. It made us work. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's more. It may kind of make the artist kind of lazy a little bit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So, yeah, because everything is, right there in your laptop. You just push of a button. So, but I like this too because it gives the artist control of our own career. It gives us control of our own destiny. Um, so yeah, now, but like I said, now it's more of a single driven market until something kind of hit, and then I'll release an album.
Okay. So you had 30. Have released 30 singles. Tell
About
me
that much.
about
Yeah.
Tell me about your growth.
I think now my music is way more mature, should I say? It's I think when I was on Def Jam, I was just an angry kid, right? Growing up in the neighborhood, and yeah, because I was, the stuff I grew up seeing in the neighborhood, being harassed by police, being, you know, all the stuff that comes in with the neighborhood. So just being an angry kid to now more of the music is more. How can I describe the music? Praising the woman, instead of putting it down. Talking about. I have a song called Angel. I mean, it's talking about me wanting to find my angel. Everybody say they soulmate. I happen to say my angel. So stuff talking about stuff like that. Now I have a song called Dear Daddy that I wrote after my father passed in 2016. So that was a tribute song to him. So just through some God given eyes, should I say.
Okay.
with more clarity.
So I have another
Mm,
question.
yeah.
Since you have been in the music game for so long,
Mm.
how did social media affect you in the beginning when you had to incorporate it into your music?
Oh wow, yeah. At the beginning. It was very strange because I didn't know nothing about social media,
Okay.
right?
Tell me
Uh,
about your experience.
well, it was crazy because matter of fact, this girl years ago when I first got on Facebook, she kept talking about Facebook. Back then it was with MySpace,
Yep.
right? So and I got on MySpace and I really didn't use it too much. I would get on there maybe like once a month to look at it because I was not used to all this, internet stuff, looking at people posting about their life and all this other stuff.
Hmm.
And so when she started talking about Facebook, I'm like, what is Facebook? You know what I mean? So anyway, I ended up getting on that and I was scrolling through and I'm seeing people that I knew from high school or like people with my same last name. So now I'm wondering if I'm related to this person. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So I started doing a little digging and some of them I happen to be related to. And that was kind of fun. And then a friend of mine who I had already been putting his music on Facebook promoting his stuff. He said, "Man, promote your music on there." And I was like,
Hmm.
"How the heck do?" I was like, "How do I do that?" You know what I mean? So when I first started doing that, I was like, "Wow!" People now asking me like, "Shug, where you been?" We've been waiting on for music from you. You know what I mean? So that was the thing. Like this, again, this light bulb went off. Like, wow, I can reach all these people, and it don't have to be people in my own city. It's people all over the place. So that was it was fun, it was interesting, and I was just curious to learn more about it, to be honest with you. So
So, how did you feel about your streaming not counting in the beginning?
the streaming not counting? Oh,
In the
I didn't.
beginning.
Well, I didn't understand enough about it to know that about it in the beginning. So, but once I start finding out about it and learning more about it, I was like, nah, I'm not cool with that. So,
Hmm.
but then there was this thing: do I take it down and people can hear it, or do I just keep it up so uh people can be aware of it, and wherever I do release music that they can buy, then I can just tell them, hey, you can buy here, you know, here and there. So,
So, so you were
so
happy about the transition to where
yes,
now you can actually get paid for your streams and
hmm
sell your music, and other people can use your music, and you still get paid.
right, yes, yes,
So,
yes. I was happy about that
so,
part.
so you're happy with the evolution of social media, although you first started, it was confusing to you.
It was very confusing, yeah, because I didn't know anything about it. You know what I mean? And I kind of felt like, man, is people ripping me off? You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure every artist felt like that. Who knew about streaming when it first came out? You know what I mean? So
Well, they say that Nicki Minaj was very instrumental in getting streaming to count on social media.
she probably was. She's really very
They say
influential.
they,
So
they say she fought for it.
yeah, she probably did. Yeah, yeah, she's very influential. So thank you, Nikki, if you did do that. Thank you. So yeah, everybody should be
Well,
thanking her.
I thank you for coming, and I want you to give any last minute advice, anything that you want anybody to know about you, where they can find your music at, your latest single, anything about Shug Jackson.
Uh, Advice would be um, every day take a look in the mirror, man. Women and men. Tell that person how much you love them. Tell that person how proud of them you are of them, and that you can achieve whatever you put your mind to. The only thing holding you back is you. So, as far as the music, you can find me on every music platform, Spotify, every music platform. So I can't. It's too many to name, but I'm on everything. Stay tuned. Like I said, more movies to come. Renegades is out. starring Danny Trejo and Lee Majors. I also did the title track for that movie. It's called Renegade. So
Okay.
all that stuff. New single out called Pay Attention, featuring Big Hutch from Above the Law. Y'all really about to start hearing about that song because I think it's gonna blow the roof off. It's kind of bringing that old school sound back, that with the music with some kind of substance in it. It's actually a club joint, so
Okay.
stay tuned for that. So
Okay.
and yeah, and thanks to you, Miss Ronnie, for reaching out to me for this interview. So I really appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. Give your social media handles.
Social media, Facebook.com/Shug Music. You can reach me on Instagram at Shug Music. I think that's pretty much it. I ain't the Twitter guy. I'm also on TikTok, Shug Jackson 13. You can
And
reach me
you're
on
on LinkedIn. And you're on LinkedIn.
And I'm all you're all LinkedIn. Yeah, exactly. So I ain't the Twitter guy, so I can't. I ain't got no. Everybody got that Twitter handle. I ain't got all that. So I ain't the Twitter guy. So.
All right. You can find him on all platforms.
All
You can
platforms.
find all platforms. You can find him on Facebook. You can, but not Twitter.
Yeah, not Twitter.
Funny.
Not Twitter.
But
also
remember, you can
YouTube.
And
also
YouTube.
Yeah, Shug Jackson. And Shug is spelled SHUG.
SHUG. All right.
Yep.
All right. And you can find us on all podcasting platforms. You can find us streaming live on social media. You can find us on www.blonde-intelligence.com. And if you listen to this Wednesday, you can find us on rpentradio.com, straight out of Dallas, on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. doing the Freedom Mix. And you will hear Shug's music featured during the Freedom Mix there. And I'll see y'all next week. Bye.
Hey girl, let me tell you about this podcast.
Girl, everybody has a podcast these days.
But this one interviews new and interesting indie artists. It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Really? Where can I find it?
It's on all podcasting platforms, streams live on social media, and on rpentradio.com.
What'd you say it was called again?
It's called Indie Artist Music Hustle with Blonde Intelligence.
Girl, I'm gonna have to check her out.